Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a deadline stream, which I've not done much at all this season. Is this like my third deadline stream? I think it might be. So hello to everyone in the chat. I'm with you for the next hour, talking you through maybe some early team news. Who knows with Arsenal? Gabriel is a big talking point this week. What to do with Dominic's, the disappointing Dominic, Solanke and Calvert-Lewin. And of course, the big discussion for many, which is Salah versus Haaland. And for many, it's a compromise. If you're going with one, you perhaps can't have the other. Some can fit both in. I don't think that's, for me, fitting both in with the sacrifices elsewhere. But we will get to all of that stuff. And most importantly, I'm here to answer your questions. So far, no news on Son or Wood. Thank you, Bob. Hello, Rowena is in the chat. One of our channel members. You can see channel members because they've got the little emoji by their name, like Ryan as well. And Freddie is with us. Morning, guys. Yaish, hello to you. Start Stones or Keane? Stones. Even from Australia. This is Neil Robertson, not the snooker player. Neil Robertson, the snooker player. I know it's not him because he's not in Australia. He's in China. He flew there yesterday for a tournament. So he may be watching at some point. But I've been speaking to him on WhatsApp this morning. Got a brand new shiny waistcoat. Check out Neil's Instagram for more. But hello, the other Neil Robinson, not Robertson, from Australia. So team, how are we all looking? Are we feeling optimistic? Gucci is in the house. Speaking of Australians, I've got my team on screen. Let me know what you think to my new shiny graphics. They're not fully completed yet, but this is sort of like a sort of draft version of them. You totally did get it right. I'm a bit worried about my team. Yeah, I don't think many have got the best looking team on paper this week, myself included. That doesn't always lead to a bad game week, though. Sometimes when you've got those teams where it looks like the stars have aligned and everyone's got a prime home fixture, they're the disappointing ones. So actually, I wouldn't be too concerned. If your team doesn't look great, it might not. Yeah. Guys, I do have a big dilemma in my team, which I should get to. All week I've said I've got three options, okay? I'm going to show you some data in a minute, but my three options are option one, sell Haaland for Salah. We'll discuss that. That would also mean I bring in Visser. Option two, which would be sell Calvert-Lewin to Visser. Option three was roll. There is an option four, and it involves selling Solanke to Darwin or Gakpo. They're both 7.1 forwards. Let me know what you think to all those options. I think at the moment, roll is the most sensible. I think when we discuss Salah versus Haaland, if you've got loads of free transfers, I do like the idea of going to Salah. I do think Salah is the best captaincy option this game week. If you're like me and it takes hits to make those moves, selling Haaland for a hit sounds so wrong, and it's not something I can do. I just can't. Prodigy is not Darwin. So many hate Darwin. So yeah, the big Salah Haaland discussion has to come down to captaincy in the next month. Look at the next few game weeks and just know who you're going to captain. If you think you're going to captain Salah more than Haaland, or you think he's the better captaincy option, then transferring out Haaland is absolutely fine this game week. For me, though, I think Haaland is still the best captain long term. I think next week, when Haaland plays Brighton and Salah plays Villa, you're going to think, oh, Haaland better again. Daniel has been taking hits, -16. Salah, I mean, it all sounds great. And Dan, that's the beauty with taking hits. You get the best looking team, but you start on -16. So yeah, good luck with that, mate. Honestly, hope that goes well. Gakpo scored a couple in the week and came off in the 70th minute. He's going to start today, I'm sure of it. Rowena says, Salah in for me next week, plus I'll have Haaland Palmer. So happy with that. Yeah, I mean, if you can get to the threemium, it's great. I can't really see how I would get to the threemium. Like, I would love to convert a Foden to a Salah, but to do that, I need to make big compromises elsewhere. Like, there's a downgrade there for Trent, a downgrade for Solanke. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but let's see. Foden could become Son for me next week as well. Like, I'm not ruling that one out. Like, how do we feel about that? Like, Son plays Ipswich at home next week, and if Foden doesn't perform against Bournemouth, possibly sell him. Possibly Foden on one last week. Let's go, says John. Good to see so many of you. It's so nice. When I do these deadline streams, I don't get the same audience that I would get on, say, a Sunday stream. Hopefully you guys catch my Sunday streams. And it's nice because it's almost like, I feel like everyone watching right now is someone I know. Like, it's great. So many of you are channel members. Those that aren't channel members are regulars. So that's really nice. I feel like this is like a Q&A stream almost for you guys, for you guys that watch me more often than not. And thank you so much for becoming members and for liking and for subscribing, but also super chatting as well. Bob says, I'm sub to you and I join every stream. Oh, thanks, Bob. It was very kind of you, mate. Well, Brahat sends a super chat. Salah and Nunez for Haaland and Kulu. Oh, I wouldn't be selling Darwin and Salah. No. Oh, selling Haaland and Kulu. I wouldn't be selling Haaland and Kulu either, though. Like, you've clearly, Bramjot, looked at the fixtures and gone, Liverpool could go big, and I agree with you, they could. Brighton, by the way, probably without Lewis Dunk. So I get it. But Haaland and Kulu. I guess, Bramjot, my question for you would be, look at the next 3-4 weeks and who's the guy you want to captain? Is it Salah or is it Haaland? If the answer's Salah, do the move. If it's not, stick with Haaland and Kulu. Kulu's still I think Kulu's a great shout. Kulu's got Ipswich, by the way. And in the week, Kulu played Man City and got 2 assists. 2 goals, 2 assists for Spurs and Kulu. Is 9 million plus not a premium? I don't know. It depends on what position. I think 9 million plus probably is. So yeah, I've got Foden. Super premiums we call Salah and Haaland, don't we? Morning, Kev. Sunday stream too early for 87. Which one should I bench out of Rate Nori? Bench and dilemmas are huge this week, aren't they? I'll probably bench Gabriel there. But yeah. Honestly, when you've got big bench and dilemmas at the back, you sometimes look at it and go, should I play a back 4? Like, it's an option. I mean, who should I bench? Let me know you're in the chat. Give me a comment. Who should be my first sub? Let's just look at some clean sheet odds. Like, clean sheet odds for Everton are 24%. We can see here. This is from Rob T FPL. Check him out on Twitter. And clean sheet odds for Arsenal, 31%. So Gabriel clearly is the better pick than Mikalenko. But then I look at Southampton and go, should I start Dibbling or Mikalenko? Or as in first sub? Well, Southampton are projected to score 1.43. I think my bench is spot on too. I've spent a lot of time thinking of my bench this week, genuinely. So thank you for that, James. Solanke to Cunha, don't hate it. I just don't want to sell Solanke ahead of Ipswich. That's what it comes down to every time for me. And it's so frustrating because I don't like Solanke. In fact, Solanke could go and score a brace versus Ipswich and I'd still sell him in 2 weeks' time. But I just want to try and be patient with it. And look, when we look at the goal scoring odds, the bookies still like Solanke. Like, they prefer Rao and Darwin, but just 39% chance he scores a goal or more, according to the bookies. Darwin at 43. By the way, 55% chance they think Haaland returns and 51% chance Salah returns. There's very little in it at the top 2. And it's always those 2 clear and above, isn't it, when the fixtures are right? And then you go down to like a Wood. Chris Wood's been phenomenal, isn't he? He's going to carry on hurting all us non-owners. Guys, I'm here to answer your questions as well. If you're looking at it going, why can't I ask a question in the chat? It's because you're not subbed. So you've got to hit the subscribe button if you want to ask a question, if that's your thing. And I'm going to try and get through as many questions as I can. So thank you guys for showing support by hitting that subscribe button if you're lurking out there. Mikalenko first sub, Southampton score. It's less likely that it's deadly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I mean, I'm hoping I'm not really relying on the bench. Like, I don't. Gabriel, I think we'll hear news. I think we'll hear news in the next hour, won't we? Rian is in. Rian Pretorius is not in Pretorius. He is in Cape Town. Rowena says, I love Solanke, but not for FPL. Yeah, Timo. Neil says, how does the sub rule work? If Solanke doesn't play, yeah, same formation. Yeah. Do we have any injury updates on Gvardiol, McNeil, and the likes? Dan, it looks like McNeil and Gvardiol, we don't know. Pep's been really coy on Gvardiol. He won't say. He said you'll find out tomorrow. And McNeil, I think, looks less likely than likely from what I've seen. Sankey is useless. He has been. Guys, let us know where in the world you're watching from. We got Rian in Cape Town. That has inspired me to ask all you lot. So give me a city. Give me a city or a country where in the world that you're watching. Is it risky to captain Burmo? I don't think it's ever risky to captain Burmo because he's been the fourth best player in the game. The total points, only I think Palmer, Salah, Haaland has more than Burmo this year and this season. And last week, those that went in Burmo, 15-pointer. So look, Fulham away is a London derby for them. It's a big derby. There could be goals in that one. There could be goals. And that's why I like Johan Visser. Brentford are playing so well at the moment. You are watching from East London, from Trinidad, from Saudi, from Sydney. Scott doesn't sound like a Saudi name, but maybe you've moved out there or on holiday. Paul doesn't sound like a Trinidad name either. Maybe it is. Cape Town, New York City, Scott. Love that. Arlo in Glasgow, Sean in Ireland. I guess Gianni is not an English name, so I shouldn't just judge people by their names. We've got Indonesia in the house. Yes, Yudha. Abu Dhabi as well. Watching from England. How was the trampoline and did I have a pop? Yeah, I did. I had a lot of pops. My ankle nearly popped. It was great fun. Thank you for following me on Instagram, Mr. Goldfinger. Yeah, took the daughter trampolining yesterday. She absolutely loved it. She's only 2. They had a toddler session. Expat in Saudi. There we go. Cork, India, Surrey, Bombay, Luton. I'm from Bedford, so Luton's like my uncle lives in Luton. He's a Luton season ticket holder. Overcast, Dorset. Yeah, Naples, Ice G. Are you in Naples? You live there, Ice G. I love Naples. I'm moving to Italy for 3 months. End of March. Haven't really said that, have I? Not really said that in public. Just said it now. Moving to Italy for all of April, May, and June next year. I'll still be streaming. End of the season. It's my quietest time of year, so it's the time I can go and take some time out. Wife and child are coming with me. I'm not taking time out away from them. Norway, Jamaica, Aberdeen. Yes, loved that. How's your thumb? Did it heal well? Oh yeah, John. Sliced the end of it, so it's all right. Can't we see? It's good. Yeah, you're on holiday in Naples. Love that. Get to Pompeii. Amalfi Coast is amazing. Naples is a cool city. And get to the Maradona if you can. Do you play the Italian equivalent of FPL? Yeah, I play Serie A Fantasy. I do. I'll tell you who I've captained today, actually. I've not even checked. I play it pretty casually, not going to lie. But I change my team every week and stuff. I have captained Lautaro Martinez, but there's talk he won't start. Let's see. Positano is beautiful, isn't it? Rowena says, yeah, it really is. Accra, Salah. Oh. So, guys, what are we doing with captaincy? Get voting in the poll, because at the moment it's bloody split. And I guess that's because Haaland's got more owners. Shall we ask a new captain question? The new captain question, I'm going to do a new poll, is going to be, if you owned both, who would you captain? And it's a straight choice, because I would be voting Salah here. Oh, yeah. I've stayed in Sorrento. Captain Foden. Salah all day long. We go. Guys, I'm scanning, of course, for any team news. I'm checking my DMs, all that jazz. But we do have, obviously, Arsenal playing the early kickoff. I do feel like Gabriel is a very dangerous sell. 1, I think he'll start this weekend. And 2, I think you'll want to buy him back. I think you're going to want Arsenal defence, right? They're the best defence in the league. Last season tells us that. Like, clearly the best defence in the league. Honestly, I find it awkward selling a player like Gabriel, who's just a great long-term hold. And yeah, I do think he'll start. Thank you guys, as always, for all your questions as well. I'm trying to answer as many as I can. The new graphics, though, do you know what I've done? I've covered the Scout logo, haven't I? Silly me. Silly me. So I'm trying to click buttons, which is never easy. I'm clicking buttons on a stream to change things like settings. It's really tricky. Oh, I'm trying to edit my description. And I can't bloody do it. I don't want to undo changes. Oh, rubbish. I hate technology with a passion. Like, I do all this streaming on a MacBook, small screen with one screen, and people must be like, "You're mental." Everyone surely has two streams set up. Two. No, I don't. Whatever. Trev. Guys, I hope you're not turning off for my silence. I'm sorry about that. Oh, what am I doing? All right, let's forget it. Hello, team. I'm back. Josh is in the house. Thank you so much for the super chat. Solanke and Ndai out for Visser and Gakpo. Selling Solanke so dangerous because of Ipswich next week, but he has been poor. He's clearly been poor. I like the moves of Visser and Gakpo very much. I think both are great picks this week. I think Gakpo, 2 goals against Brighton only a few days ago. He got the early sub, which shows me I think he's going to start versus Brighton. Also, after the international break in a couple of weeks' time, what did Slot do last time out? Well, the South Americans were benched. Like, I think Gakpo is good for a fair few starts now. So yeah, I think I'll be making those moves, Josh. You know, risky though. If you've got the free transfers, I wouldn't be doing them for hits. FPL Nightmares in the house. One of my new favorite follows. Check him out on YouTube, but also just his 2-minute edited versions of his videos on Twitter are great. His game week previews, very, very funny and very well done. In fact, maybe Nightmare could be my tech guy because yeah, I clearly need one. Jenny, what are you trying to do? Maybe I can help. Off court. I'm trying to just tweet the description, but I can't edit it mid-show for some reason. It's fine. It's no biggie. But thank you for offering, mate. And good to have all my mods in the house. Start Johnson or Rogers. I think I'd go with the home player. I think I'd go Brennan just. Morgan Rogers, guys, a lot are looking at benching him or selling him. He's the sort of player that feels like he can sting you because the Spurs defense isn't great. Like, Van der Ven is now out. Without Van der Ven, the Spurs defense is vulnerable. I think Ollie Watkins gets a goal, and I think Rogers has got a good chance of a return. And when we look at the odds from Rob T in terms of a fixture, how do we see Spurs Villa going? Because many might see that as a very difficult fixture to call. I'm surprised the bookies are so in favour of Spurs. This is a Sunday game. They've got Spurs at 2.05 goals and Villa at 1.45 goals. Give us your score predictions in the chat, guys, for Spurs versus... I'm going to go for a Desmond. I think that's a Desmond. I'm going to go Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 2. Yeah. Rowena, the Spurs fan. Yeah, maybe a boy comes in good. Ferguson has been, limited. He's not a huge amount of minutes. Yeah, we're seeing a few 2-2s. 1-1, a lot on the fence here, like me. Oh, then up the Villa, yeah, maybe 1-1. 3-2 Villa come back. 3-2 Spurs is get. What we're all saying is, yeah, Freddie thinks a Desmond 2-2 as well. But what we're all saying in this game is goals. Now, what does that tell us? Probably Morgan Rogers is someone you're wanting your 11 this week. Goals galore, innit? I think it's the bookies don't actually have it as goals galore. Like, they're projecting 3.5 goals in the game. They're projecting similar in Forest West Ham. Like, any upsets? Let's give us our prediction for the biggest upset. We've got the fixtures in front of us on screen. When I look at upsets, do we see like Bournemouth getting a win or Brighton getting a win? Or, do you know, this isn't an upset at all. Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. It's not an upset, but I think Chelsea beat United. And the bookies have them level 1.75 each. They also think Fulham beat Brentford. And I think Brentford could win. Yeah. 3-3, yeah. Guys, if you were given the choice on captaincy, by the way, 68% of you would go Salah over Haaland. That's really telling, isn't it? I think West Ham beat Forest. Wow. Do you, Ice G? Forest at home are good. I don't. I think Forest win that. Just fancy Forest. Like Forest at home. I don't know. Forest under Nuno, man. They're just good, aren't they? It's really good. It's a really good football team. Any more in terms of upsets? Does anybody fancy Brighton to have a sniff, by the way? We've all completely jumping on the sort of Salah trend. I'm looking at like, Darwin Gakpo, like we like it. Could there be an upset? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But you never know. You do never know. Thank you to everyone watching, by the way. If you fancy showing your support, I'd love a few likes. How many likes are we on? 70. Can we get to, I don't know, I think we can get to 200 by the end of the stream. I would love a few likes and subs because that's awesome. So yeah, if you're not already, loads of you won't realize this, but there'll be loads watching that aren't actually subscribed that perhaps want to be. If you don't want to be subscribed, that's also obviously cool. But if you want to hit the button because you want to see more of my vids and you want, guys, my lives on a Sunday are the ones hopefully worth catching. They're the ones I do every week. Like the deadline streams, I'm poor. I'm really poor. I think this is my third deadline stream all season, maybe even my second, and it's game week 10. And I'm not doing next week because I'm at Sky in the morning. But Sunday mornings, I don't miss a beat. Sunday mornings are, I think, a really good review show. So I go through every fixture from the Saturday and I give you all the visual stuff. So the heat maps, the pass maps, the average positions, the XG plots. We talk data. We talk my eye test scout from all the Saturday games. So hopefully you get loads from those Sunday streams. And yeah, I often have like 10 times the amount watching than the deadline stream. So that's always good because the chat is buzzy. So guys, do check me out tomorrow morning if you fancy as well. There'll always be something big to react to. What have we got for fixtures on Saturday, by the way? In front of us, we've got the Saturday games. We've got quite a lot of juicy ones, haven't we? Like Newcastle, Arsenal, there's going to be talking points. We've got both Salah and Haaland playing on Saturday. There's talking points. Ipswich, Leicester, less so. Forest, West Ham, again, very interesting. And Southampton, Everton with DCL, again, another one we want to monitor. And Cunha, because Wolves play Palace. So we really have got good action. There's only 2 Sunday games. Spurs, Villa, Man United, Chelsea, good. And then Monday Night Football, I'm still interested in this week. That's a good Monday Night Football, isn't it? The West London derby there. So fun. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a great weekend. Who's your dark horse for a bumper haul? Darwin or Gakpo? Honestly. Darwin or Gakpo. No news yet on Gabriel, guys. I think he'll start. What we know from Gabriel is he's trained. We know he was close in the week. It just wasn't risked. Gabriel starting, guys. I'm sure of it. He will. Triumphant King, with your persistence, who would your 3 centre-backs be? I'll just give you the end of that. Smith Rowe or Rodgers? I think I would start Rodgers just, which sounds mental. Oh, I don't know. Brentford defence is bad. What I'd say about Smith Rowe is, and I've noticed this from the Sunday streams, his average position isn't as good as you might think it is. Andreas Pereira is playing closer to Raul Jimenez, and Smith Rowe is playing more as a number 8 and Andreas the number 10. And there's 2 wide men closer to Jimenez. You could argue he's the 5th most advanced. In fact, he is the 5th most advanced man on the pitch at the moment. Yet at times this season, we've seen Smith Rowe as the second most advanced man on the pitch. So I'm turned off a little bit by Smith Rowe. Are there any team news leaks from the FPL cartel community? No, not yet, Dan. And look, Dan, you're in the WhatsApp group. Any leaks will be there straight away. Yeah. The WhatsApp group are on it for leaks. Always are. Kev will be in there, and Kev is watching now. Fulham versus Brentford will be the highest scoring game of the game week. Yeah. Yeah. I think it might be. Monday Night Football. Goals. United Chelsea could be quite high scoring. United just scored 5. I'm looking forward to that on Sunday. Really looking forward to that. Cole Palmer against his Boyard team. Do we look at my team and think I should captain Palmer, by the way? Genuinely, if Ten Hag was still there, I think my armband would be on Palmer. He would. But Ten Hag is not there. Yeah. Son to Palmer from -4. No. Son's got Ipswich next week. I don't think that's a -4 move. Maybe you'd do it for free. Start Gabriel or Rogers. Probably Gabriel just. Morning, Johnny. Would you advise Havertz to Gakpo? Yeah. I don't mind that move. Havertz does well against Newcastle, though. Keep or sell Robertson. Sell in a heartbeat. It's risky if he starts or not. For me, Spurs, Villa will bring at least 5 goals. Yeah, I do think there's goals in that one. I think you're right, mate. I think you're right. Guys, what I was trying to edit from my description earlier was I was trying to remove the link to OneFootball because this wasn't meant to be a stream where I was planning on promoting OneFootball. I promote them most of my videos, you may have seen. But seeing as it was just in there because I copy and pasted, let me just give you a snapshot. If you're not already using OneFootball, give it a go. Get your phone out and scan the QR code. It's a free football app. You might use SofaScore or LiveScore. Genuinely, the one I've used over the last 4 or 5 years is OneFootball. It's my go-to. It's great for all the other leagues as well. It's brilliant for me for Champions League news and video clips. So if you're not already using OneFootball, let me know in the chat if you are using OneFootball and let me know what other football apps you use. But there's a link in the description. Wasn't meant to be there, but it is. And you can scan the code. But yeah, just scan it, click download, and I think it will probably live on your home screen. And I think, like me, you'll probably use it on a daily basis. So yeah, check it out. Let me know if you use it and why you like it and why you do or don't prefer it to the other football apps. There's obviously loads of them. But yeah, give it a go, guys. Watkins to Cunha is just safest option. Yeah, but who wants safe, Bob? Jeff uses Flash Score. Yeah, I'm familiar with Flash Score. I think I prefer for the news stuff and the video clips OneFootball. And obviously the score updates. But yeah, thanks for that, Jeff. Play Mikolenko or Aina. Aina, home advantage. When I'm in doubt by 2 defenders like that, I go, let's check out the clean sheet odds. And Aina's 29%. Mikolenko is 24%. So there's not much in it. But then I go, okay, attacking returns, about the same. And actually, home advantage. Also, Forest defense are better. Son or Palmer for only 2 game weeks. If you're only going to go with 2 game weeks, because I guess you got a wild card, Sally. I think Son because of Ipswich, but I don't think you're getting 90 minutes. Palmer does have Arsenal next week, and we've got to remember that. It's tough. Oh, yeah, British 87 and Vincent. You'll love OneFootball then. Trust me. Yeah. Trust me. Guys, this wasn't like me usually with all those sponsors, all the companies I've worked for, right? Or work for on a weekly basis. I write an article for Give Me Sport, or I do an FPL show or the BBC podcast. They obviously approach me, right? That's brilliant. That's cool. With OneFootball, I went to them. I was like, knock, knock, knock. I know I'm a tiny YouTube channel compared to the ones like they sponsored like Mark Goldridge's YouTube channel. Like, why do I want little old Gianni Battici? But They were like, no, go for it. If you genuinely use us and you genuinely love it, then we'll give you can advertise One Football. And I'm going to a One Football event later in London to meet Christian Vieri, as in former world record breaker. He was the highest transfer ever back in around the year 2000, where he moved, I think, from Lazio to Inter for 30 odd million. He broke the transfer record, Christian Vieri. So anyway, they do lots of Serie A stuff. They do lots of Premier League stuff. And I think One Football is the big boy. So yeah, I love them. So yeah, I went to them. Yeah, the BBC is the Fantasy 606 pod I'm sometimes on. Yeah, Fantasy 606. With Chris Sutton and Ali Bruce Ball. I've only done it once this season, to be fair. Oh, of course. Show membership tiers. Yeah, membership tiers. Sure thing. Thank you for reminding me, of course. These are my membership tiers. If you want to be a member, you can be a squad member, ultras member. You will have seen, if you want your question always answered, members always get their questions answered. So like Paul straight away, I saw his comment, I bring him up on screen. So if you're a member, you get the emoji by your name. So if you want to be a member, check it out. Loving Fantasy Football is in the WhatsApp group. Still keeping both Dominics. I think I am, mate. I think I am. Freddie is in the house. Freddie down in Dorset. Fulham Brentford will be the highest scoring game yet. I think it probably will be. Free memberships today? I don't think so. Maybe I think tomorrow we might give out a few though. Sunday morning. Usually give them out on Sunday mornings, don't I? How do we feel about this list? If I was ranking the budget forwards, thanks, off call. Yeah, that is cool, isn't it? The WhatsApp group. I'm reading it right now. I'm always reading it. It's great. If I ever want an update, I know. Just looking there. It's like, is there ever any FPL news? It's like, oh yeah. Before I get it on Twitter, I see it in the WhatsApp group. My team, I think I'm set. Do you know what? Am I so set? Oh, I would love to punt on a Gakpo or Darwin. They're both 7.1 million forwards. The problem I've got is I don't even know which one I prefer. Darwin's going to be playing number 9, sure, but Gakpo's been scoring goals of late. And Solanke, Solanke has Ipswich at home in a week. Do Spurs have a midweek fixture? Spurs fixtures. Yeah, they play Galatasaray. Christ. Hopefully Solanke gets a rest. It's a long trip, isn't it? Tired ahead of Ipswich. Gakpo and Darwin are a bit of men's risks. That's the problem, as Luis Diaz was. Yeah, Johnny says, make sure you don't forget to do your sleeper picks. Thank you, mate. I've done mine this morning. Yeah. Yeah, guys, honestly, it's so tough. Solanke, I didn't realise they go to bloody Turkey on Thursday. That puts me off a little bit more, you know. Can't sell Solanke, can I? Darwin is just such an option with Jota out injured. So what we know from Jota is he's going to be out after the international break, but we don't even know if he'll come straight back in. It's like, it's tempting. It is tempting. But as tempting as it is, Brighton don't have Dunk. He could get the rest against Galatasaray. He could go Richarlison, couldn't he? I'd like to think Solanke gets a rest. Yeah, late midweek as well. It's the Thursday. Semenyo or Dibbling? Those see a question saying I'd start Semenyo. Just going to stick with Solanke. Like, this season, I've tried to be a bit more patient. It's not worked. It's actually not worked, but maybe it does. I'd love to have the flexibility of 2 moves next week as well. Like, because I don't know what I'm doing with Foden, and having like places to go from Foden up or down would be nice. Like, genuinely, Foden could become Son next week if Son gets a rest in the week, or could Foden become Garnacho? Maybe. Like Leicester and Ipswich in 11 and 12 for United. Could he become Bruno? Maybe. Like next week, I could go Foden to Bruno. And then I could go Calvert-Lewin up to Cunha, for example. If Cunha is someone that feels like he's going to be someone we will have to have. Or Visser. I do like Visser next week. Could very easily do Visser next week. Home to Bournemouth. Options. I think the flexibility of 2 free transfers next week would be really nice. No news yet on Guardiola, by the way. I think Guardiola will be fine. Akanji obviously went down in the warm-up. Look, Pepper's down to the bare bones. I think a lot are getting FOMO out of Cunha unnecessarily. Yeah, Isak. I wouldn't be able to afford Isak. I'd have 7 million to spend on a forward. Isak's more than that. Or I could go Garnacho and then go up to an Isak. Who does Isak play next week? Because Isak's of interest. His XG numbers are good. He looked good in the week when Newcastle beat Chelsea in the Cup. Obviously, minutes are good for Isak. He's got a tough fixture this week, but then he's Forest, West Ham, Palace. Yeah, it's 2 away games in 3. I really prefer Newcastle at home. Like, they're a different beast at home. They just are. I mean, I could wait a week and just go Nicholas Jackson. Like, if I could convert Calvert-Lewin or Solanke into Jackson, I don't hate that either. Like, Jackson plays Leicester, then Villa, then Southampton. What a run of 3 games that is. Very few own Nico Jackson, by the way, in terms of engaged managers. Neil Robertson owns Jackson. He's just been so good. Like 17% owned. But yeah, returns in the last 2 against Liverpool and Newcastle. He's finishing. He's much improved from last year. Yeah, I need Jackson by 14 the latest. I think a lot will feel like they need him. Oh, I tell you what, I've not done. I've not posted on Instagram. I always post my team first on Instagram when I'm locked in. You guys see it first if you're streaming, but yeah. There has been a tweet. There has been a tweet from a Arsenal fan account who's got like 8,000 followers. He did tweet yesterday about Gabriel training. It's talking ball, TM. That's his tweet. He's just tweeted an emoji of the Brazil flag. Does that mean Gabriel starts? I've put it in the chat. Let me know what you think to my new graphics, everyone. Do we like the graphics? Are the logos a bit big? I think they might be. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Do you like the colours? Oh, Heather likes them. Johnny didn't notice the new graphics. Maybe that's a good thing. Guys, should I be playing? I like the colours. Off core. As an artist, that means a lot. Looking good. Dan likes them. Purple not working for Ice G. I like the purple, says 87. I think we might do different colours for different streams, right? So it might be like my Sunday might look different. One thing we were toying with was putting like a word up here, like deadline stream. I tried it this morning. It just didn't look good. Too many words then. So yeah, I don't think we'll title the streams, but different colors I think would be nice. Should I have, I was playing around with StreamYard this morning, right? You can play background music. Would that be annoying? So I'm just going to try this. I can't hear it, but maybe you can. Hang on a minute. Back. I think I'm back. Honestly? Wait, am I playing music or not? I've unplugged my headphones now, so I think you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me. Good to see everyone switched off. Back in the room. Back in the room. Okay, good. So, is the music still playing? Still no sound. Okay, let's do a poll. Music or no music? Background music? Yes or no? Like, do you like background music? Turn off the music. Let me just turn it down. Okay, that's really good to know. Someone commented on one of my videos the other day saying, you really should have some background music. So I'm glad we've tried it, and I'm glad we've lost 70 viewers. Let's get rid of the music. No music. Good. Didn't like music anyway. Don't bloody like music anyway. Don't do tech stuff live. Average to poor. It wasn't background at all, was it? I go discotheque. No thanks. I don't like the background music. Yeah, I think you're right, Rowena. Any techno? I think techno was an option. Oh, now we're playing. Oh, now we're dancing. What's feeding the ducks? Hang on. How's that? No, that's just. I can't hear it, so I'm not like playing around. I can't even hear it. Ruin my dance party. Oh, I feel discomfort. I'll see you later at the one football event. What time are you getting there? I've not even looked at trains. I think I want to be there. It starts at 4. I think the first game's 5. Yes, 70 really did leave. I checked. I was on like 210 or something, and then I went down to like 140. I'm confused, Janet. Right, let's do your FPL. No, that is a banger. Feed those ducks. You know, like the whole dad dancing thing where it's like, oh, mow the lawn. And you did like, what's feed the ducks? Like, am I dealing cards? And yes, I do dad dancing a lot. Every morning I do some dad dancing in the kitchen. Guy's new thing is like turn the radio on and dance on the kitchen mat. So we party it every morning at 6:30. Yeah, get our skank out. To Capital Radio. No, Virgin, I think we listen to. Virgin Radio she's into. Yeah, she likes Chris Evans. Oh, he's annoying. Right, anyway. FPL chat, where we at? So, some numbers. I like when I'm unsure of using Rob T's graphics just to go, oh, let's just look at some clean sheet and goal scoring odds. So where do they think there's going to be goals? If ever they project under a goal, then they're saying like there's a good chance of a clean sheet. Every team is projected to score. So there we go. The highest clean sheet odds this game week, I think, are Man City at 34%, and then Arsenal at 31%, Forest at 29%. Come on, Matt Sells, get me a clean sheet. In terms of goals, it's the usual suspects. Chris Wood is high, so's Darwin. And boy, am I tempted on Darwin. Oh, I have posted on Instagram. No, I haven't. Oh, my Lord. So when I go live, I like to post on Twitter and Instagram, like, oh, I'm going live. Come and watch my YouTube show. I wrote an Instagram post, which I never pressed send. So 13 seconds ago, it was uploaded. 48 minutes too late. Brilliant. Can I schedule stories? Is that a thing? Start Welbeck or Rodgers? Rodgers, I think. Slightly better fixture. Look, Spurs defence are rubbish, and Van de Ven is injured. Villa are scoring goals. Oh, Liverpool 34% likely for a clean sheet. Yeah, come on, Trent. I think I'm getting all right points this week, actually, at the back. I've got the four most likely clean sheet teams covered. Forest, literally, my four defenders, including goalkeeper, are the four highest for a clean sheet. Watch them all get a wipeout, honestly. So, yeah, it should be a good week in theory, shouldn't it? Like, you look at it and go, oh, it's not great. And then you go, actually, they're the four best defences this week. Michael's late, but he's a channel member. So you get your question answered, Michael. Would you start Porro or Robinson? Robinson's home, Porro's home. Brentford are definitely scoring. Villa are definitely scoring. Therefore, Porro just for goal threat, I think. Aiming to get there 4:30. I can't stay probably until the end of the first game. Yeah, that's fine. Again, mate, I don't think I'll be there for the second game, just because of the journey and stuff. So yeah, lovely to see you, mate. We'd lovely to see you. Let's hope we meet Christian Vieri. 10-minute deadline warning. Ice G, thank you for the update. Start Rodgers or Smith Rowe. Rodgers for me. Smith Rowe, as I said earlier, isn't overly advanced at the moment. Andreas Pereira is actually playing as a slightly more attacking 10 than him, which is really annoying if you're a Smith Rowe owner. He started the season playing super high, but now Andreas is back in the team. There's loads of price drops tonight. Price drops, Dan, thank you for sharing this in the WhatsApp group. Tonight, we are going to see drops for Watkins, Haaland, Semenyo, Muniz, Dunk, Son. Loads of price drops. Rises tonight, Kanate, Jared Bowen, Rico Lewis, still getting love. Chris Wood, 8 Nori. We're going to get a lot of rises. Ultra's saying I should do my tech run with Ultras first, not when I'm live. Fortunately, this isn't a show which gets a lot of viewers, so only 100 odd had to endure the terrible tech fails. Yeah, I wouldn't be trialing this on my Sunday streams, I don't think. Walker travels, apparently. Interesting. Could Rico Lewis actually finally miss a game? Rico Lewis has had a ton of minutes. A ton of minutes. Yeah, will I be relying on Mikolenko off the bench? Maybe. Kanate Rise does look like it from FPL statistics. Thank you, Dan, for sharing that. Salah or Haaland, if you can only have one and you've got the free transfers, maybe Salah. But if you're making moves or taking hits to sell Haaland, it just doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel right to me. There's loads of directions I could go in with this team to get Mo Salah in. I just look at it and go, Haaland long-term is someone I absolutely want in my team. Getting both feels very difficult. Guys, which team scores the most goals this game week? I love to always ask that question because that's where I'm like, oh, should I be captaining a player from that team? Should I be bringing in a player from that team? The bookies have Liverpool as the highest, 2.55 projected goals. Anyone think different to that? Because City are the sort of team that could just turn up. I think Chelsea could score loads. It's going to be a surprise, isn't there? Spurs, Villa is going to have goals, and Fulham, Brentford's going to have goals. I just don't know which team scores the most. The price rises and decreases, by the way, always around 1, 2 a.m. in England. Yeah, Neil reckons Brentford. XG Monsters, Sean reckons Fulham. We all like that game, don't we? We all like that game. DJ Tone, surely no one's playing bench boost. I know. Feels like there could be a few benching. I think Pep might have a few surprises for us with who's available and who's not because he's been so coy. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of rogue names in that 11 or players that we thought were injured starting or players that we thought were nailed like Rico Lewis benched. Back to my team then. I can't believe Haaland is getting so mass sold. Sold en masse. Isn't he? Everyone's getting rid of Haaland. He's to the point where he's dropping in price. And they're doing it all to get Mo Salah in. And I hear you. And look, a lot of people manage by just looking at previous points. And they look at Erling Haaland and go, you're the game's most expensive player, and you've produced a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 6. 12 points in 4 games. That's 3 points a game on average in the last 4. That's not good enough for the game's most expensive player. But the XG numbers are there, 2.33 last time out. Triple captain fail, thanks. Which is the second highest XG he's ever had in the Premier League. Only once did he clock higher XG. He should have had a hat-trick last week. He plays Bournemouth. They're not Brazil, they're Bournemouth. And then he plays Brighton. They're not Brazil, they're Brighton. Like, that's 2 good fixtures for Haaland up next. Now, yes, City have got injuries. Yes, there's a bit of a lack of creativity when you take out Doku and Grealish and De Bruyne. And maybe Mateus Nunes injured too. And obviously Oscar Bob. They are short. But it's still classy players. Bernardo Silva, Foden, Mateus Nunes. We expect these 3 to play. They can still produce a lot for Erling Haaland. And then he's got Spurs in game week 12. Fixture difficulty puts that at 4. Oh, it's a red fixture. Haaland versus Spurs. That's a good fixture for goals. Spurs are not keeping clean sheets against Man City. Okay, then it's Liverpool away. Tough fixture. It's just not a sell for me. It's not a sell for me. And Mo Salah, yes, slightly better fixtures. Which is why I like Darwin and Gakpo. Oh, Johnny, don't talk about Liverpool. I don't like Solanke. I do like Darwin. I'm not making the move though. It's 5 minutes. I've been thinking about it all morning, but no. Solanke's got Ipswich next week. It's slightly annoying that he's got Galatasaray on Thursday night. I didn't realise Solanke was going to bloody Turkey. Hopefully he gets a rest. He'll travel, but he'll get a rest. Julian's a Liverpool fan. I missed that, Julian. Good luck, Maliki. Yeah, good luck to you. I've gambled on Cunha and Salah in. Oof, there we go. Gabriel or Lewis already starting Raya. Lewis. Kulu, yeah, 2 assists against City, says Rowena. Got 2 assists last time out. Oh, wow. Neil Robertson selling Haaland. Just said on WhatsApp. Oh, mate. Good luck. Oh, I'd love us. Yeah, if Spurs are cruising, Son is the type that one might not be on the pitch because I don't think Son plays 90 today. Like, he'll come off at 70 because of his injury issues. If he is on the pitch, he could be the type that gives Solanke the pen just to get him scoring. Check your teams, guys. Double check your teams. I've got Greaves higher than Mikalenko on the bench just in case. Greaves starts, but Greaves is out. We're pretty sure Greaves is out. What's the clean sheet odds? 25. He has goal threat as well. Yeah. We'll stick with that. The team you see on screen is the team I've got, everyone. Just FYI. Neil Robertson, I can't. Oh, he's not doing it. Oh, don't do it. I'm live on YouTube. Telling them. Telling them what I'm telling you. Don't sell Haaland. Oh, dear. Look, if you want to sell Haaland, play your own game, right? I just think it's dangerous. It's Erling Haaland. He's the game's best player. He is the game's best player. Guys, we've got 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Just check your phone. Check your team. Lock it in. Lock it in. I've not played pool in ages, have I? On these streams. It's a way to get rid of all my viewers. Play pool. We'll do a poll. Get voting in the poll. Should I play pool? Is Saka fit? Yeah, I think Saka will be fine, guys. I think Saka will be fine. What we'd say about the Arsenal leaks, right? It used to be a team we'd get leaks on. Arteta has shut up shop. Like, we just don't get it. Oh, it looks like Gabriel starts. I think maybe. Gabriel Jesus didn't travel. Gabriel starts, according to Arsenal Zone. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I hope I can answer it in time. Gakpo and Vissa in made the risk. Oh, he's done it. Good job, Josh. Well done, mate. I like that for you. I think Vissa is a great shout. Jenny, play Paul lefty. All right. I'll play Paul left-handed. Done. Done. As the deadline passed, Vissa is a boss. I like Vissa very much. I might buy Vissa next week for Calvert-Lewin. That's sort of the plan. Guys, good luck this game week. It looks like that deadline is done. Pens down. Pens down. So, thank you for the super chat, by the way, Josh. Genuinely, lovely of you to do that, mate. I will answer all your questions when I can, regardless. If you're a channel member, even higher chance. If you're a channel member, that same £2 could be spent on $2.99 a month, and I'll answer all your questions throughout the month. But that's awesome. I really appreciate you doing that, mate. Right. Okay. Before I play pool, do Vice get extra points? No. Before I play pool, guys, just want to give a shout out to One Football because they sponsor today's stream. Thanks, Offcore. Yeah, so look, One Football genuinely is the best football app out there, I think. For football news, for scores, for updates, for team lineups, data, all of it, it's got it. I use it for Champions League, for Serie A, and for the Premier League. Video clips too. Josh, you become a member just by clicking the join button underneath this video. Should be a button called join under the video. If not, on my homepage on YouTube, there's a join. If you want to be in the WhatsApp group, you'll be very, very welcome as an ultra, but likewise as a squad member too. There we go. So, yeah, do check out One Football. Scan the QR code now, or click the link in the description, and you can scan the QR code to join One Football. It's free. It's a free football app. Like, you'll love it. I genuinely think you'll use it on a daily basis. I already use One Football. Would recommend. Thanks, Footy13s. That's good to know. Do you need to stop being a DCL fanboy? I am a DCL fanboy. Shall we play some pool? Oh, God. Wait. Better. Oh, thanks, Offcore. Love the WhatsApp group. All right. Let's play some pool. Okay. Most of you are going to turn off. That's fine. I don't expect you to watch. But I've not set myself a pool challenge live for a very long time. And I wouldn't have played genuinely since my daughter's been born. I reckon I've played pool once off air. I just don't pick up a cue. And this is in like a couple of years. So the challenge is the 6-ball challenge. You get 6 balls between the blue spot and the black spot, and you have to hit them all in this pocket. The only reason this pocket is so you guys get the good view, because otherwise it's not going to mean much. So you've got to score 6 in 6. Am I allowed to miss? Is it 6 and 7? I can't remember. It's been that long. So I think I'm allowed 1 miss. I'll do it right-handed. Well, I won't do it right-handed. I'll try and do it right-handed, and then I'll try and do it left-handed. So let's go. If I put the cue ball on the cushion, then I cue like that. This room is not big enough for this table. I've had the table since I was a kid. Used to be in a bigger room at my mum's. But I was like, I can't just keep it. It was behind a sofa for about 15 years. So can I get 6 and 6? Oh, well, I'm on the wrong side for that. This room's not big enough. Great start. Great start, Johnny. Come on. Let's fire for him, shall we? Let's fire for him. The eye's in now, the eye's in. Right. 1, come on. 2. I'm getting the right side of the cue every time, not there. I could go this with a bit of top spin. Top left means when it hits the cushion, rather than natural line there, it will go more that way if I hit it with top left. So it'll hit the cushion and sort of go back on itself, which I need the cue ball to come back round. But I don't want it anywhere near the cushion because I'm already limited with cueing. And remember, all 6 balls have to go in that pocket. I'm not going to make that shot. Let's do this. This is the easiest shot to keep the cue ball in the right position. Right, that's nice. This needs a lot of screw though. No! The cueing. I blame the wall there. Literally, I obviously make that shot, but I'm cueing. Are you still there? Ronnie the Rocket, hardly. Say your table, G. I can't. It's not. It's an 8-foot table. It's like a 2/3 size. Paul's become a member. Thank you, mate. That's wicked. Right, shall I carry on? Are you still there? How many are watching? 100 of you are in. All right, cool. You've not all turned off. A lot of you have. A lot stayed. Right, come on, let's do it. 6 and 6. Oh, terrible shot. There we go. Come on. God's sake. Right, come on. There I was, being like, I'll do it left-handed. Can't even do it right-handed, mate. Can't even. Oh, this is so. Honestly, this is why I don't play. Right. Okay. Oh my God. I'm actually going to do it left-handed. I won't make that shot. So unnatural left-handed. Come on, let's just do it right-handed. I'm clearly rushing, aren't I? You know, I'm not going to give up. How have I not got down to the even final 3? That is so poor. The reason I set this challenge is it's quite an achievable one, or meant to be. There we go. That's a nice little touch. Now this is a tough shot. This is a tough shot. Just take that shot again and see. Because I don't think it's that tough. Yeah, that's perfect on the cue ball. When I got it, careful of the cue ball here in that middle pocket. Yeah. I said I'm allowed one miss. I don't think I'm allowed to retake the shot, which I did, so that is cheating. So I've not done it, but I'll kind of take that. Seeing as I respotted. I think he's hitting it too hard. Yeah, thanks, guys. G versus Neil. Yeah, please. When Neil used to watch, and he'd watch and I'd play pool, I'd be like, I'm literally playing pool in front of a former snooker world champion, like one of the best snooker players in the world ever is watching me play pool. And he did say, I think he said I'm too high, I need to bend my knee. And I don't bend my knee. I've never been told how to hold a cue, right? You just watch on TV and try and do the same. This is comedy gold. Yeah, I've not done that in a long time. I should do deadline streams more often. That table's no way 8 foot. It is. It is. It's bigger than a pool table. It's a 2/3 snooker table. If you go to a pub, the pub pool tables, which are 6 foot, this is considerably bigger. I guess look at my cue. How tall is a cue? This is a normal snooker cue, and that's it on the cushion, and it comes to before that's the pink spot. Comes to before the pink spot. Like I can get a couple of balls in there before the pink. And the cue, I don't know. Maybe it's 8 foot from the end of the cushion it's measured. Don't know. Maybe that's missed the whole PPI. Out of breath. Lol. Do I really need to lie on the table to prove it's more than... I'm 6 foot, so if I lay on the table, you'll see how... I mean, I could lay on the table. Right. I have to be conscious of everything I do that it's actually on view of the camera. Okay, so that's my heels up against the side. Ugh. Where's my head? Right, my heels are on the edge. Okay, let's put a ball there. Right, that's me, and I'm 6. What? Well, depends who I'm talking to. Oh Christ, it's clearly not 8 foot. All right, it must be 7 foot. There's a foot there. Depends who I'm talking to, but I am 6'1.5". So that ball comes to, yeah, just before the black spot. It's there. So that's definitely another foot. So it's at least 7'2". It's at least 7'2". 7 foot then. Yeah, maybe. I've never measured it. Whose slippers are those? These slippers are great. TK Maxx jobby. They are memory foam insoles. So nice, like walking on a cloud. Bit pongy. There's not much breathability in them, but they're comfortable. Have a nap, yeah. Do you know what? After becoming one with the table, getting on it, all that jazz, I do feel like I can do that. All I'm going to do now is click end stream and actually do that challenge till I've done it. So I may as well just carry on streaming. Come on, Johnny. You're at one with the table. You've just laid on it, for God's sake. I've not laid on that table since I was 18. All right. Come on. As long as I know Neil's not watching, I'll happily play. I can't play in front of Neil. Honestly. Really can't. Don't pop the cue ball, Johnny. There we go. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. That's exactly what I wanted. Now watch me miss. The cue ball's perfect. The cue ball's perfect. I would have done that. And then, limited cue in it. Do I give up? Oh, he's got lower this time. Yeah, I've been bending my knees. Loved Totty shirt. Match worn that, Dan. It's probably the most expensive shirt because it's match worn. Smells of his BO and everything. Next to him is a Maradona shirt that I bought the day Maradona died. Napoli released this kit, which was like an Argentina Napoli kit with Maradona 10 on the back. They wore it for I think the home match day after. And they're selling on the Napoli website for quite a lot of money. Some bloody classic football shirt 6 months later for half the price. Got done there, didn't I? I was emotional purchase. Gianni, are your parents tall as you are? No, my dad's like 5'9", 10, and my mum's like 5'3", so no. Smells of his BO. Do I have a favourite shirt? I mean, that Baggio shirt's pretty special, and I love the Del Piero one next to them. To be fair, there's loads on the rail. Favourite shirt? I don't know. In terms of look, one of my favourite recent purchases, I say recent. I love that. I don't have a favourite. I mean, this is iconic because it was like my first shirt as a kid. I've rebought it. This wasn't the shirt I had, but that is just 95 classic, isn't it? And obviously Baggio. But that is just, I love the sleeves and I love the wolf. This is 90s Roma shirt. No Totti on the back of that one, though. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really have a favourite. It's probably because I don't have an Italian team either. Like my dad's a Milan fan, but... Oh, I've got loads of Chelsea shirts on the rail, yeah. Yeah, it's a classic. Guys, I think that might be time to call it. I didn't complete the challenge. Yeah, no, my dad's a Milan fan, so I've always kind of had a slight preference there, but I support them all in Europe against non-English opposition. I guess my club team, my main team is just the Italian national team, and my main club team is Chelsea. I think it's time to go. Guys, if you've enjoyed the stream on the way out, do hit that subscribe button if you're watching. I'm sure if you're watching this long, you've definitely subscribed before, so you don't need to do that. You've probably already liked if you're still watching. I'd punt on that. And you're probably already on the OneFootball app because you realise how good it is and you've heard me bang on about it for ages. So all those things, if you fancy it, then do. Italy makes me cry. I still don't go over 2021. Yeah, one of my favourite shirts is the green shirt from that Euro 2020, which was played in 21. COVID. That's beautiful. In fact, let me show you it because it is my nicest looking kit, to be fair. And just to rub it in that Italy beat England. But there was 3 kits. There was the home kit, the one Italy wore when they beat England in the final in their own backyard. There was the away kit, which was rank. Didn't buy that. And there was the 3rd kit. It's stunning. The Renaissance kit. Isn't that stunning? Beats the home, doesn't it? So yeah, I love that. Guys, yeah, stop it. I know I'm not giving away memberships. I might tomorrow morning, though. Check me out tomorrow morning. Good luck today, guys. Transfers I made, Matt. Niente. I rolled. Yeah, I rolled. Guys, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.